The art of speaking the truth represents your willingness to embark on the adventure of your life. Because if you're not speaking the truth and acting out the truth, then whose life are you living? It obviously isn't yours. And if you're courageous enough to actually speak out the truth, or at the very least not lie, you may get the chance to live out the adventure of your life. You actually will get a chance to live out your life. These were the lines of one of the most brightest thinkers of our time, Canadian psychologist Jordan Peterson. And to be personally, it's just one of the truest things that I've ever heard. Growing up, we've all heard our parents tell us to not be deceitful and be truthful, right? But we never understood the significance of it, like what it actually meant. Because in some situations, it's genuinely less complicated if we had the opportunity or if we had the freedom to lie. We think that in the form of a lie, we actually can bend reality to the point where we can get what we want. The only problem with this line of thinking is that for the most part, we as human beings, we are clueless for the 90% of the time when it comes to what we actually want. Inside each one of us, there exist two conflicting voices. One that urges us to speak the truth, and the other that tempts us to lie. The voice that we choose to listen to grows ever more stronger inside of us. This voice is nothing but your conscience. To understand the magnitude of the horrific things that happen when people lie, we need not go that far into history. Take Auschwitz, for example. Everyone at Auschwitz told micro lies, a lot of micro lies, which added up and led them to the point where they genuinely thought it was okay for them to torture people and kill people just because they were born a certain way. Now, coming back to the title of the video, you may be very curious, how exactly does the truth set you free? To which I'd like to respond with this. When you consciously decide to speak the truth, or at the very least not lie, you essentially let go of the outcome. This is why speaking the truth is such an act of faith, because it is done with the idea that whatever the outcome may be, if the outcome is resulting from you speaking the truth, then it is your outcome. Which probably also means that the outcome is the best possible outcome that you can get. Another reason as to why speaking the truth and actually letting go of the outcome is the way forward is because, as I stated earlier, we as human beings, 90% of the time, we truly do not know what it is that we want. I personally can tell you from experience that sometimes what I thought I wanted was attention, but what I actually needed was to actually feel heard and to actually feel understood. As we do not understand truly what it is that we want, the way forward is to actually speak the truth and to accept the fact that whatever the outcome that arises from us speaking the truth is the best outcome that can be. Like I said earlier, this is an act of faith. Speaking the truth and to actually let go of the outcome is an act of faith. To sum up my entire rant, I'd like to state a quote from Jordan Peterson, which basically labels lying or deception as an improper sacrifice. The quote goes something like this: when we make improper sacrifices, we believe in the deepest parts of ourselves that we have pulled one over reality or just God in general. And that's a temptation that you might want to avoid. When we lie, we also tend to believe that we are capable of bending the frameworks of reality to the point where we get what we want. Only that the reality itself, which is a result of you lying, isn't actually your reality or the best reality that you could have managed. Anyway guys, that was my 2 cents on basically how truth itself sets you free and why you should always strive to speak the truth, or at the very least not lie. I know this video can get pretty complex in some areas, so I recommend watching the video itself 2 to 3 times to actually grab the nuances of the video. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys have any opinions of truth itself, your views of speaking the truth, or if you just have any doubts or questions about the video in general, right? With that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I just hope this video has helped you in some way, shape or form. See ya.